Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, I'm going to cover top 5 niches which are making over $10,000 a month right now, today, with Instagram faceless brands, okay? Let's jump straight into it. So first of all, who am I? My name is owner Arnas, okay? And for the past 4 years, I've been running this brand called Passionate Income. I've been making a full-time living just off of faceless Instagram pages, just like this one, right? I worked with a lot of different brands, just like Polymarket, if you ever seen them, right? They were popping up during this recent election. And I've been doing this for 4 years. And the best part is I've been teaching people for the past 2 years how to do the same thing, right? So I taught over 100 clients of mine how to start a faceless brand in any niche, succeed with it, and start making money eventually with it. So I pulled up some examples of the top 5 niches that I would go into today, which I think are definitely worth it. Besides these niches, obviously there are more niches to go into, but in my opinion, those are one of the best ones, obviously. So, and most beginner friendly, right? So let's start with example number 1, which I think is artificial intelligence, right? ChatGPT tricks. One of my first extreme, insane success stories of my clients, ChatGPT tricks. My client and a good friend of mine, Ivan, is running this one. And AI has been on the boom for the past year and a half, if not more. And you have a lot of AI pages, okay? A lot of AI pages. But this one, has good engagement and has insane. And when I'm telling you insane, I'm telling you insane sponsorship deals. Like the amount of money this page makes, I won't even tell you because you will never believe me, but it's definitely more than $10,000 a month. And these guys who are running this page, or this guy, is very smart. I made an interview with him on my YouTube channel. You can check it out. But he, on the back end, built an agency for AI companies. So, not only the page directly makes money, but the page itself as like, hey, look, we're running this page, like we can do the same thing for you. As an example, works very well for these companies. Okay, so AI, I think that's one of the best niches you can go into. I see that field growing. I have multiple students in that niche, right? Another student of mine, I'll just share my screen. So ChatGPT Tricks is my student. Another student of mine is uncovered.ai. And he's running this page also around AI, 300K followers. His name is Anthony. He's doing absolutely amazing as well. Like AI niche is definitely booming and it's worth going into. The second niche, which kind of blew up recently, I'd say, and I made a video about that niche, and seems like a lot of people went into that niche. Yeah, literally, like so many people saw my video talking about this niche, and at the end of the video, I said, well, probably if I would start a page in 2024, I would start in this niche. And the niche is, drumroll, luxury niche, okay? So I covered this page a while back, 3-4 months ago, on my YouTube channel, which is essentially like very this aesthetic style of, a page, which is absolutely amazing. Like you have to have a talent to kind of, build something like that. But this page is absolutely insane because they work with huge brands. They work with Jacob and Co. Like imagine that. You work with Jacob and Co. with a page like that. They work with bigger brands. They work with smaller brands, but they work with many different brands. And as you can see, they don't really need to sell something directly to their followers. They're fully alive on just selling shout outs, and they're doing like a shout out a day or so. I've been following them for a while. I know the owner personally. Like this guy knows what he's doing and he runs multiple pages. And another example of this page is Lucity, right? So Lucity is ran by Richard, who is my client, right? He runs another page as well, which I think I'm going to show it to you. But this page, he started this page around 4 months ago and he hit 150,000 followers. The concept is very similar, right? Luxury niche. And the engagement is absolutely insane. One thing to mention though, with this kind of niche, it's a bit, let's say, harder to actually like monetize it at an early stage, right? This kind of niche I would get into as a beginner. Like if I would start a page right now, I would get into it. But as a beginner who has no experience in monetizing or anything like that, without the proper guidance, I think you'll struggle to monetize at an early stage. But once you grow a brand like that into a very big thing, like 500K followers plus, the sponsorship deals are endless and absolutely insane. So again, a page like that, Lucity and High Society, and there are more of these pages which popped up recently. I really love this kind of niche. Looks absolutely amazing. Like, when you run something like that, you're proud of it. You're like, you're proud to pull out that phone and be like, yep, I'm the owner of that. So that's niche number 2. I think it's absolutely amazing. You can make a lot of money in it. It's a bit more of a long-term niche because, as you can see as well, most of these pages grow with carousel posts, and it's a bit harder to grow with carousels than reels from like the get-go, from zero. But then once you get a few carousels to blow up, it's absolutely insane what you can do here. Another page that I wanted to cover, or another niche, is motivation. Good old motivation. A lot of people say, well, isn't motivation like over saturated, too many pages like that? I wouldn't say that, because all the competition is at the bottom, okay? So all the motivational pages which are started, they all have like under 10K followers, under 100K followers, and everyone's copying each other. But at the top, there's not that many pages, I'm a member of one huge Telegram network group chat, right? Where we have like 58 million followers network, right? Most of them are in this kind of motivational niche. And like there's like 35 people in the group, right? So like, yeah, there's only like 30 people at the top really running this, maybe 50, maybe 100, but there's definitely not a lot of competition. There are like billions and billions and billions of views every single week out there, okay, on Instagram. So there's space for everyone. So this page, Motive Mastery, also one of my clients, his name is Justas. He's from Lithuania, just like me. Young guy. He's doing amazing. And he's mainly selling shoutouts, okay? So he's mainly getting shoutout deals just like these, and they're just running off of that. Pretty simple, right? Another example is Mindset Hub. So it's run by Hustle Colin. Check him out. He's one of my clients, and now I can gladly say he's a partner of mine. I helped him to monetize this page, and I'm still helping him. But essentially, same thing. You can do a lot of collabs in these niches. So let's see. Here you go. A collab here with 69,000 likes. Another collab here. It's absolutely amazing what you can do with these pages. And essentially, like, you can grow a new page. So he did 3 collabs with this page, right? And he gained like 10,000 followers. So imagine the overlay here, right? So you can grow an empire of these kind of pages. It's absolutely amazing. And I love it. It's great what you can do with it. So that's kind of the niche number 3. Another niche which you would think it was there, around there for a while, but it truly wasn't. It wasn't covered enough. And that niche is entrepreneurship. But when I mean entrepreneurship, I don't mean like these cringe quotes like, oh, like the leader is of the wolf, whatever. No, like actual like startups and business people and interviews with them. So one of the best examples is actually, the owner of Entrepreneurs on IG. His name is Abhishek. He's managing my page, Passionate Income, right? So he's Passionate Income Manager, running the same kind of style page. And it's all about entrepreneurship, like actual entrepreneurs, like Airbnb CEO and, CEO of Starbucks. It's all about CEOs and another CEO, right? So that's entrepreneurship. That's real entrepreneurship, right? It's not like some weird quotes about entrepreneurship. It's like actual Steve Jobs and stuff like that. And the quality of people you attract here is definitely next level. So also the growth on this page, since something like that didn't really truly exist to a pretty high quality level. This page was started, and you can just check it out yourself, but May 2024, today is November 2024. So in reality, 5 to 6 months it took him. He grew another very similar page like that, sold it for, 5 figures, exit, and I know the guy pretty well because obviously he's the manager of Passionate Income creating content. So another kind of, let's say, example of this kind of page is you can check out the deepview.co. So the Deepview is an newsletter, AI newsletter, right? You can check it out here. And the newsletter is great. I know the people, again, running this page. I'm pretty well known in this space, let's say. But the Deepview, they have amazing content. I think they just should bump up the amount of content they're pushing out there. But their content's great. I love what they're doing here. I know the two owners, the founders of it. So they started as an AI newsletter around, 2023, start of 2023, or first half of 2023. I met both of the owners of this brand. They're actually very big, So Instagram for them is just like an extra traffic source. They don't take Instagram as their main business. Their main business is the actual newsletter. And they're absolutely crushing it. Like, they're amazing, two founders from California. Respect to them. I know both of them. And I remember when they started this page, they wanted some advice on it. And I said, just keep posting because, they were like, I don't know, organic is weird because they're used to running ads, right? You spend money and you can clearly see the numbers. And they said organic is strange because we're doing the best content out there, very good editing, very nice style, and we're not like getting the followers. And I said, just keep uploading. And at around 50 posts or 60 posts, they really blew up. And they're covering really interesting stuff, right? This is actual entrepreneurship. This is actual like startup entrepreneurship business. Like Perplexity AI raises 500 million, and just stuff like that. Painting by an AI robot. I'd say they're like entrepreneurship / AI. They're not fully AI as like, Uncover AI, where more or less they cover AI tools, but they're definitely AI and an entrepreneurship / startup. Okay. So this is a very interesting niche, very high level niche. So the followers they have are very high quality, and like the people who follow them are literally like entrepreneurs, startup founders, co-founders, people working at startups, people making a very high salary, either working at startup or having equity in startups and stuff like that. So I love this kind of niche. And the last niche is something like wealth. Okay, so you might think, well, wealth is, business or entrepreneurship, but I would consider this as news, more or less news / like what's happening in the world, because they're covering a lot of stuff, not only, covering business or tech, but also they're covering politics and tech and just in general, like high-end news, let's say, like what's happening in the world. But they're covering like how speed nearly beats Noah Lyles, so it's like news. I would say more like a news outlet than anything else. It's like media / news, which is a great niche. And another page I would consider in that, obviously Passionate Income is something like that. Our style may be a bit different in terms of posts, but our content itself is kind of that. And then another page like that, I would say Millionaire's Steps. I know the owner myself. We had a project together. We ran and we know each other pretty well. So this is also kind of like media / news, more towards the business side. But it's a great niche to go into. Like if you have a page like that, it's absolutely amazing what you can do with it. You can sell a bunch of promos out there. You can sell digital products. You can do everything you want pretty much. So that's pretty much it. Those are the 5 niches I would go into. Maybe you saw some pages you've never seen before. maybe you saw, something you always seen and you always knew, but this is just a confirmation you should go into those niches. And that's pretty much it from me, guys. Leave a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. What else should I make a video about? And if you want to get mentored by me one-on-one and become my client and actually get results like the clients I showed you and shared my screen with, DM me the word coach on Instagram at owner Arnas, and I'll see if I can help you.